Hi everyone and welcome back to Rose to Forever. I'm Terry.
And I'm Kyle.
And in this video, we are going to talk about our proposal story. Specifically, we're going to talk about what prompted Kyle to ask me to marry him and my reaction. And believe it or not, guys, you have to stick around to the end to hear what happens. It's actually really funny. So, when we actually started dating, one of the conversations we had early on was that we would date with a purpose. I felt like we had already been through that where we were dating and didn't have the purpose. Purpose meaning, getting married or getting engaged at some point in the future. And so we just didn't want to waste each other's time. So we had that conversation up front that if we're getting a relationship, our goal is to end up together in marriage or, whatever the case is. Because, you don't want to be dating just to date because, again, you are putting your heart out there and there's a possibility that you're going to create some type of soul tie with someone. And so having in mind upfront the reason why you're getting into this relationship, I think is really important. And funny enough, the night before we got engaged, and we got engaged on our 2-year anniversary, the night before we got engaged, Kyle and I were actually having a conversation, and I had said to Kyle, maybe we should just keep working on being the best version of ourselves and continue to work on our relationship with God, because we're at a point in our relationship where everyone was asking us about, so what are you guys waiting for? When are you getting married? And that is something you can definitely expect when you're in the church because people are always asking those questions. So that's just, my perspective on the issue. But let's ask Kyle, what was your impetus for asking me to be your wife?
So, honestly, guys, the main reason I asked Terry to marry me was because I just got tired of dating her, just to be honest. I had been with her for, well, at that particular point, it was almost 2 years. Me analyzing her as an individual, how we got along. As you guys can see, she's extremely beautiful on the outside. I mean, who can't see that, first and foremost? But anyone who's had the privilege of knowing Terry, you know that she's also a beautiful individual on the inside. She's kind, she's caring, she's compassionate, and she's extremely loving. And it, again, is an extreme privilege to know her. So for me, having all of that close up and seeing the awesome person that she is and that she was, it just made sense. Plus, on top of that, as stated already, we didn't want to waste time. If you already know you enjoy being with the person and you couldn't see yourself with anybody else, then why wait? Why waste time? Why not lock it down and or risk the opportunity for someone else to come along who's ready to make that move and miss out on something that was already yours, especially when it's worth having. So for me, I just thought that, man, listen, Terry's awesome. Why not marry my best friend? Because that's what we are as well. We're best friends. We talk about everything together. We share everything with one another. So as you can see, it just made nothing but sense versus waiting for nothing, to be honest with you, just waiting and waiting and waiting when you have the opportunity to take that next step, marry your best friend and be with that person for the rest of your life so you can continue to enjoy that, enjoy that quality time, in the essence of marriage.
So for me, because there's two-party obviously in a relationship, so you have to, as a woman, decide whether or not you're ready as well. And I and Kyle as well, we had together had prayed and fasted, and we'd ask God, like, if this is not the person for us, then show us something different. And so you just have to be open to that as well. That if God says no, then you're going to have to be okay with that too. And so we had prayed, we had fasted, and, I was at a place where, I really enjoyed being with Kyle as a person. He had obviously,
Really?
yes, babe,
Aww.
he had obviously been wrapped up in God. And, I've mentioned this before, but he had a heart for God. Like, he was so focused on building his relationship with God. And that was really important to me. And his characteristics, like, in so many ways, when I read about the life of Jesus and the type of person he was, I saw those characteristics also manifested in Kyle. And so it only made sense for me to say, wow, yes, this is somebody who I can see spending the rest of my life with. This is somebody who I would want to be the father of my future children. This is someone I would want to laugh with and joke with every single day, even when things aren't going well. Because I think that's really important too, is having someone that you can laugh with even when things seem to be going awry.
And first of all, thank you, sweetheart, for that. Another thing that was really big for me, and she just alluded to it and brought it to my attention, is that we got along really well. She loves music. I like to well, we both love music. We both love to travel. Um, we both love God. There were just a lot of things that aligned. And like I said, we were just friends and we were able to share all those things together. And, again, just feeling like that, why would you want to be separate when you already have the person that you connect with so well right in front of you? So that was another reason why I decided to, take that next step. There was something else that you said. I forget exactly what it was, but it was something else. I believe it was, I mean, at that particular point, I did want to have children in the future, but I wasn't really pushing it. I was like, whenever it happens. But just seeing how caring Terry is towards me, I know for a fact that she will be the most amazing mother. So I felt comfortable, having children with Terry. And, even if, something were to happen and Terry would have to take care of the children by herself for a while, just a random example, I would be comfortable leaving them with her. Because let's be honest, for me, I've been in a situation where I know that the person I was with would not take good care of the children. So I'm excited knowing that Terry is not one of those individuals and that she would take great care of our children. So there was just a few other things that really allowed me to say yes to taking that next step.
And guys, we are really sorry if the lighting is shifting in this video. We are recording with daylight today, and the sun has a mind of its own. And so 1 minute it's really bright, and the next minute it's kind of dark. So just please forgive us. We hope that the message we're sharing is stronger than the lighting situation.
Absolutely.
So now that you kind of have a little backstory, I'll let Kyle kind of share with you exactly what happened on the day he was proposing. And I just want to say, I had no idea it was coming. Like I said, the night before, we had this conversation about maybe we should just keep working on ourselves. And we were actually going out to lunch to celebrate our 2-year anniversary, and I was on the phone with my friend Vivian. So shout out to my friend Vivian. She was in Paris at the time, and I was DMing her on Instagram asking her about her experience in Paris. So even though we're going out to lunch, I was like so focused on like Vivian's fun times in Paris.
Distracted is what they call that. Distracted, okay? Say the right word.
Okay, I was distracted, focusing on
thank you.
Vivian's good time in Paris.
Little did she know she was about to have a good time of her own.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, like Terry said, she was on the phone distracted. Yeah, so I had a plan because I wanted to make this stand out. And I like to surprise Terry. That's just a big thing for me. I love to surprise. So what I ended up doing was I had the ring, because also I didn't want her to know that I was going to get it. I had the ring shipped somewhere else. I picked it up. I kind of hid it for a while, so it was in the house. Little did she know, but I just had it in different places so she would never find it. So on the day, which was our 2-year anniversary, I went to the car just to kind of get it ready because Terry doesn't like being in the heat too long. So I went you don't. So I went in the car, turned the air on, said I'll take care of it. But when I went to turn the air on, I also stuck the ring on the driver's side because Terry normally drives, and just put it on the ground so that when she got in the car, before she stepped down, I would make the comment and say, hey, watch your step. And as soon as she went to go step down, she would actually see the red ring box on the ground. So again, she was on the phone distracted, walked out, and I always opened the door for her because, that's what gentlemen do. Shout out to all the gentlemen out there. Hey, guys. But opened the door for her, told her to watch her step. Again, being on the phone talking to Vivian, she stepped down and somehow looked down for a few seconds and saw the ring And guys, guess what she said? Actually, babe, can you tell them what you said?
Yeah, I looked down and I saw the box and I said, no,
And I
no, like,
was.
no, 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 no. Like, I did not expect that at all. So I actually said no.
She said no first, guys. I was like, wait, should I move on from this point? Because she already gave her answer, but me, I'm persistent, so I'm gonna make that a yes. But no, in all seriousness, she said no out of just out of that sheer surprise, like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
what is this? My
no.
gosh, so she was surprised. I was like, okay. So after she got over her initial shock, I grabbed the ring box, and by the grace of God, she told Vivian she had to call her back. So that was powerful enough to break the conversation. Isn't that crazy, guys? But anyway, so you broke the conversation, had the conversation. Then I grabbed her by her hand. I grabbed the ring box. I got down on one knee, and because I'm a man of faith, I simply said these few words. I said, "Babe, I asked our heavenly Father, and He said yes. I asked your mom. I called her like maybe a day or two beforehand, or sometime beforehand, and she said yes, as long as Terry's happy. So she said yes." But for me, I needed three yeses. So I needed a yes from her, even though she gave me a no earlier. So I needed a yes. So I asked her, would she make me the happiest man in the world and marry me? And guess what she said then?
Then I said yes.
Yes! Yes!
So
She said
see, guys, a
it.
no can turn into a yes if you
Yes.
ask the right way.
Yes.
So yeah, then after that we went out to this restaurant that we had never tried before, which was pretty decent.
She wore the ring, by the way.
Yes, I did.
It was
And
beautiful.
called like my mom and all my friends and was calling them like, "Oh my God, can you believe this?" And sending photos because I was just still like, I couldn't believe that it was happening. And so now here we are. Now we are married, and in our next video you will get to see our wedding video. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll know when our next video comes out, because like I said, it will be our wedding video, showing you exactly how that went down. And if you're interested, we can talk about how we had our dream wedding for less than $10,000. Yes, I had a designer dress and everything, but we had a budget in mind and still had a wonderful time. So that's just a little snippet of our proposal story. And like I said, our next video will be our wedding video. So if you like this video, as always, make sure you give it a thumbs up.
All the way up.
Comment down below to let us know what you think about our story. And as always, subscribe for more awesome content just like this. We thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Take care.